Hi guys, this is Tracy Newman from the Navigators Tarot, here to bring you a few readings. We'll start off with the general energy report and see what is actually going on with the energies for this week. Oh my God, it's from the sublime to the ridiculous. Yesterday, I don't know what the weather was doing, but it was only about, 17 or something. And today it's 32. That's Victoria. Anyway. So yeah, it's really starting to warm up. Anyway. Whew. I mean, it is summer. It is most definitely summer. I haven't used these cards for a while. These are the, I'm not really sure what they are, but they're very pretty cards. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, so on an energetic level, there's a lot of justice that is occurring with behind the scenes. A lot of us can't really see what's going on, but this is happening on every level. This is actually happening on an inner level as well as a secretly on a secret level as well, as far as the galactic and Earth alliances go. It's really interesting. There's quite a few swords in this, and it's kind of like the swords with the deception here. There's a lot of deceptions that are playing out, but that are also being, uncovered. And a lot of people are now starting to come out and tell the truth, and it's starting to come out in the mainstream media, which is really, really interesting. And I'm also getting too that in the higher courts, there is justice happening as well. So when I also say that it's happening within, it is like a sudden awakening and an understanding of how we have deceived ourselves on so many different levels within, as well as, you know, what we are seeing in our outer world. There is this beautiful Four of Wands energy, which is about celebration. And it's kind of like an alleluia type energy that's coming through. It's like finally, the awakening is occurring, not only within a lot of us, but also too in our outer world. And we're beginning to see it as these deceptions are being uncovered. Great stuff. It's a great thing to see. So it seems to be that there is this awakening that is beginning to happen, both within and without. And of course with awakening comes this healing that needs to occur. But of course the healing must come into being once we have discovered just how we have been lying to ourselves and deceiving ourselves. But also too, as within, so without. And so as the truth comes to light within, we will also begin to see it on an outer level. That's how it works. We have the Six of Swords. So moving into calmer waters. And I feel like that is actually happening too on an outer level with the warlike situations that we are seeing, these distractions that we are seeing on the earth plane. That too is now, there is justice all around that as well. But of course we won't see that for a little while. We will still be fed deceptions and still be fed a lot of the lies through the mainstream media. But slowly but surely these deceptions will be infiltrated and some of the truth will begin to come out in the mainstream media. It has to. It can't come out any other way, because those who are particularly unawakened will be watching a lot of the mainstream media for their news and information. And unfortunately now, because the indoctrination and the brainwashing has been so complete through that particular device, like the mainstream media and through social media sometimes, through the television set. It is so complete that the only way that the truth is going to be able to be accepted by many is to come through those same mediums. Yeah, interesting. There is this massive transformation coming into being. And, you know, once we've gone through these awakening periods, there will be a lot more ability to be able to create what it is we need and to be able to plan the future that we envisage. A future that is free of deception and lies. So yeah, awakening energy throughout. That's what is occurring right now. Oh, sorry. I've got this very, very, very itchy nose. It's like sinus. And now my eye's starting to water. I woke up with a sinus headache the other day, and I've been sneezing. My eye sometimes twitches because I close my eyes, I get these headaches. And I know it's sinus, and it's a change of seasons, and as we're, you know, going from spring into summer. But yeah, it really affects me, my sinuses. Anyway, I do digress. Anyway, so yes, there will be movement forward once this occurs. This is leading to an independence on every level, especially the emotional level, because as you begin to find those deceptions that you've held for so long within your own body, when that begins to move and shift and move itself out and purge out, there is this transformation that occurs, and then also that will lead into a greater deal of self-love for I guess for the self. Greater deal of self-love. Oh dear. We have the King of Cups. We also have the Queen of Cups. So balanced within on an emotional level. As these things begin to purge out, the deceptions and the old ways of being and the old ways of thinking, as they begin to purge themselves out, then of course the emotional life comes through. And the intuition comes through, and so there is magic happening that is occurring within all that are now able to go within and rely on their intuition and their own discernment as the deceptions are being cleared. And so that one does not need then to rely on an outer source for their information, because all of our truth of who we are and how we exist in this world and on this earth plane, of course, lie within each and every single cell in our physical bodies. Sorry. Yeah, so now we become our own creator, and we create the world as long as we are in alignment with all that is. Yeah. Of course, it's about balance and balancing out anything that is off balance. We have the King of Pentacles too. There will be changes within the financial system. I hear the quantum financial system is already in play. However, at this point in time, there is still an awakening that must occur before this can come into place. So until all the deceptions, until all of the lies have been told and the truth received fully, then that cannot come into being. But it is on it, like it will. When I say it cannot come into being, it cannot come into being completely, fully in its entirety. So there may be a time where it would appear that we are completely being oppressed through the CBDC. That is, of course, going to play itself out, as has every other cabal instrument of control. It has been allowed to play itself out just so that we can awaken to who we really are. Because we are literally everything. From nothing comes everything. And now we are completely recreating our world. So we have here sacrifice and wisdom. So for complete wisdom to come through each and every single one of us, we must sacrifice that old world view that we had of ourselves and the world around us. It is literally imperative that that occurs. And if you look there with the sacrifice card, I think it is Kuan Yin. I think that's who, yeah, it's Kuan Yin. She has a child there. So literally it's about death and rebirth because she's coming through the clouds. She has literally sacrificed herself, and now she's actually moving forward into these newer energies. And that is what the baby represents: new life, new world. What else do we have here? Yeah, so at the moment, the Two of Swords, we don't really know where we're going or what we're seeing, but also too, that is about having trust and faith in something much higher than ourselves, and that can come in any form that you actually want to believe in. For me, the higher self is just literally a form of the God presence that is, that always has been and always will be, and is, just is. And as you look at that, justice is just is. So, interesting. Justice just is. So allow, accept, allow, and become very still into the God presence within, that stillness, and move from there. You will always be in alignment if you come from that no-thing space. And yeah, but also too, visualization is extremely important for all of us in this co-creation that we are now on board with. And yes, the sun energies, that masculine, divine masculine energy coming through, a new love in that area. So once again, in your meditations, to ground yourself into the earth plane, because these can be very ungrounding type of energies. It's a good idea to, of course, go barefoot, go out into nature, and if you meditate, connect to the envisioned sun straight through, down through the chakras, all the way down into the central sun, and that is where your connection will be. But also too, through the breath, it's a good idea to always breathe and find that still point between each breath. That is where the God presence lies, within no thing. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I shall see you anon. Bye for now.